Hello and welcome to today's videos discussing DoForms variables. Variables are questions that eliminate the need for people to have to continuously type in common information unique to them or the location of their device. For example, if you built a form that requires the user to type in his and her name and the store number that they were at each time they filled out the form, with variables you could ask them those questions at the beginning of them loading up their DoForms app and then reference those answers inside of the form later on. As you can see on my screen, I'm in the DoForms portal underneath the Manage section, and in the Manage section underneath General, there is a setting called User Variables. User variables can be set up for both web and mobile users, but for this example, I'm just going to use the mobile users. So I'm going to click over to the Mobile Users tab, and you can see that I already have 3 variables already set up, one for name, one for email address, and one for store number. Each one of these variables comes with its own set of settings. The first being you can set the type of question that it is, and you can choose between text, numeric, email addresses, phone numbers, and any other formats like that. There's also an ask, edit, and sync setting for each variable. The ask setting allows the user to decide if they want to ask their mobile user as soon as they log in to fill out this information. The edit allows the mobile user to edit their answer at a later date. And the sync setting allows you to sync the information back from the portal to the website so that way your mobile variables always stay consistent. Once you've set up these variables are now accessible in your build form screen while using a calculation. As you can see on my screen here, I have a form open in my build form screen where I have 3 name, email, and store calculations, all set to var underscore and then whatever I named that variable. So this one is for variable name. This one is for variable email address, and this one is for variable store number. So what we're going to get now is when I flip over to the mobile device, it's going to ask me these 3 questions, name, email, and store number, because I have just set them up as mobile variables and I had my ask setting on. As you can see on my device, once I've updated my app, or if it's my first time logging in, the first thing that's going to pop up on my mobile app screen is the My Information that is showing me the variables that my web user has set up. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out my information and click Next. Also, please keep in mind that every variable field is required and the user will not be able to advance using their DoForms app until they fill out these questions. And last but not least, the store number. Once I've filled out all of my variables, my app will continue to load up like normal, downloading my forms and my lookup tables. But now I will have a new section added to my mobile app, as well as some new functionality within my forms. As we saw in the form builder earlier, I was able to set 3 calculation fields equal to the answers of these questions. So now as a mobile user that I've answered these questions, when I go in and I load up my form, my name, my email address, and my store number should automatically populate for me. So I'm going to click on the mobile variables form, and you'll notice as soon as the form loads, at the top of the screen is my name, my email address, and my store number. All of the answers that I filled out for my variables. Also, while on the mobile, if the user has the rights to edit in the mobile variable screen, they will also have access to this My Information tab, which will show them all 3 of the variable questions that were set up and allow them to modify their answers. Similarly, the sync setting also sends back all 3 of these answers back to the website. So in my Manage Mobile User screen, if I edit my mobile number, I can see that my name, my email address, and my store number have all populated. Please keep in mind that if the sync setting is off, the portal will not be updated with the information that was filled out on the mobile, and vice versa. Variables are a great way to reduce the number of times your employee has to answer the same question across multiple forms. Like I said earlier in the video, variables can be set up for web users or for mobile users.